Are you looking for travel inspiration in the upcoming year? You have come to the right place. In this video, I'll take you back to 10 of the most stunning places I have visited over the past 10 years. So let's get right into it and let's travel the world together. Our first destination is the breathtaking Zhangjiajie National Forest Park. I had the pleasure of visiting this place in April 2024 and I can confidently say it's my favorite location across all of Asia. It's truly unique. Without exaggeration, you won't find landscapes like this anywhere else in the world. I spent 4 unforgettable days exploring the park with my girlfriend and my mom, and we had the time of our lives. I would love to go back someday to explore more of this extraordinary area, as even 4 days wasn't enough to experience all the attractions it offers. Zhangjiajie is famously known as the Avatar Park, as it served as one of the key inspirations for the stunning landscapes seen in the film. If you're curious to learn more about this remarkable region and our adventure within the park, be sure to check out our full video on Zhangjiajie, linked in the top corner after you have watched this video. Now let's set our sights on Europe, where we'll explore the magnificent Dolomites in northern Italy. I've had the chance to visit the Dolomites twice. Once in 2020 with 2 of my best friends, and again in 2022 with my uncle and mom. The first time I laid my eyes on the stunning landscapes of the Dolomites, I was absolutely blown away. This massive area is filled with breathtaking lakes, extraordinary peaks, and some of the most unique mountain huts you'll find anywhere in the world. The Dolomites are famous for its iconic Tre Cime di Lavedo, but there are so many more incredible spots to explore, like Lago di Brace, Ceceda, Alpe di Suisi, and Cardini di Misurina, to name just a few. As a hiking enthusiast, this place feels like a dream come true. The hiking trails are endless, and I've tackled some of the best hikes of my life in this region. I remember telling my uncle that I thought it was the most beautiful place I've ever seen in Europe. He replied, "I think it's the most beautiful place I've ever seen in the world." That pretty much sums up what the Dolomites have to offer. From stunning mountain views to one of the richest regions for wildlife in the world, we are now heading to the Serengeti National Park in Tanzania. Together with my brother, I visited Tanzania in 2022, and among the many wonderful experiences we had in the country, the highlight was without a doubt Serengeti National Park. If you want to see the Big Five in Africa, the Serengeti is a fantastic place to do so. We spent 2 incredible days in the park, spotting leopards, elephants, cheetahs, lions, zebras, hippos, buffaloes, and so much more. One of the best moments came one morning when we were set out with the sunrise ahead of us. We found ourselves all alone on the savannah when, out of nowhere, a female lion appeared with her 2 cubs. We spent about half an hour with the lions in the early morning light, which was simply incredible. It was a great reminder that even though the Serengeti can be quite touristy, you can still enjoy the park almost to yourself if you're willing to wake up early, and with a bit of luck, you can get some outstanding experiences. Safari is one of my favorite ways to travel, and the Serengeti is definitely a top choice if you feel the same way. Now we'll leave Africa and head over to Asia to explore Guangxi in China. During the same trip in 2024, as mentioned earlier with Zhangjiajie, we explored the stunning area of Guangxi. We spent 4 days here, sailing on the river, renting bicycles, and soaking in the incredible scenery this place has to offer. We experienced the magic of the Li River, gliding peacefully on the water, surrounded by towering karst mountains. We started our journey in Guilin, where we drove and sailed along the Li River, ultimately ending up in the charming city of Yangshu. When you think of a classic Chinese city, you probably envision something like Yangshu. I know I did. Before visiting Guangxi, my expectations were sky high, and let me just say, after 4 days in Guangxi, I was absolutely not disappointed. We're heading back to Europe for the final time in this video to explore the Swiss Alps, quite possibly my favorite place on the continent. There's something truly special about the green grassy mountains, charming Swiss cows, and some of the most stunning alpine villages I have ever seen. For me, it's the closest you can get to the Shire from the Lord of the Rings. I've visited the Swiss Alps 4 times in my life and I still can't get enough. Like the Dolomites, the hiking opportunities here are endless, and the views are absolutely out of this world. One of my favorite areas in the Swiss Alps is Lauterbrunnen. The valley is breathtaking, with stunning waterfalls and a charming town, but the hikes around the valley are simply outstanding. In the summer of 2023, one of my best friends and I embarked on one of the best hikes I've ever done in Europe. Starting from Lauterbrunnen, passing through the picturesque town of Mürren, and ending up at one of the most stunning viewpoints imaginable.
So this is here we are going to sleep for tonight, just under this shelter, and this spot and this view is just, Jesus, it's amazing.
Other incredible areas in the Swiss Alps aside from Lauterbrunnen include Oceansea Lake, Lake Lucerne, Lake Brinch and the Appenzell Alps, just to name a few. We're now heading back to Asia, this time to the stunning state of Rajasthan in India. I spent 2 weeks traveling alone in Rajasthan and I was so fascinated by this state. Rajasthan is packed with some of the most interesting historic cities I've ever visited, home to huge fortifications and some of the most beautiful palaces I've ever seen. Rajasthan is simply India in a nutshell, combining vast desert, camel riding and impressive historical cities in one big ball of Indian charm. The must-visit places in my opinion are Udaipur, Jaisalmer, Jaipur and Jodhpur. While you are in Rajasthan, don't miss out on the iconic Taj Mahal. Even though it's not a part of the state, it's located just next to Rajasthan and is something you don't want to miss, just like Rajasthan itself. By far, Rajasthan is one of the most interesting places I have ever visited in my life. We now cross the Pacific Ocean and enter Canada to explore the stunning Banff National Park. I visited Canada in the summer of 2023 with my girlfriend and her family. While we saw many beautiful sights throughout the country, Banff was where we encountered most of the breathtaking landscapes Canada has to offer. Among these highlights were Lake Louise, Peyto Lake and Bow Lake, but the biggest highlight for me was Morin Lake. Even though it can be quite touristy, it remains one of the most beautiful lakes I've ever seen. In 2024, the shuttle buses to Morin Lake were closed, meaning you had to hike for quite a while to get there. However, from June 2025, it will reopen, which is great news if Banff is on your bucket list. While we were in Banff, we also hiked the Helen Lake Trail, which was an outstanding experience I can highly recommend. I've made a whole video about this hike that you can check out after watching this one. We're now heading to Sri Lanka to visit the magnificent Sigiriya Rock. In 2024, I had the chance to visit Sigiriya Rock with my girlfriend Natalie. Sigiriya, also known as the Lion's Rock, is an ancient rock fortress that once served as the royal capital of King Kashyapa in the 5th century. The rock rises 200 meters above the jungle, offering some of the most breathtaking views in Sri Lanka. Sigiriya is famous not only for its historical heritage, but also for its stunning architecture. The climb to the top takes you past fascinating sights, including the iconic Lion's Gate, which once served as the entrance to the palace on the top. The water gardens at the base of the rock are also a highlight, showcasing the advanced engineering skills of the time. If you have the time, I highly recommend visiting Pitjantjatjara Rock as well. It's located about 1 kilometer from Sigiriya and it offers a fantastic view of the rock itself. Definitely worth a visit. We're now entering northern Vietnam to explore the outstanding area of Hà Giang. Vietnam is a country full of extraordinary sights, and I think Hà Giang is my favorite within all destinations in Vietnam. I visited Hà Giang in 2022 together with my mom Birgitte and my colleague Tam. I was there to film a travel commercial video, and the settings to do so were simply excellent. The area is filled with stunning landscapes, towering mountains, winding roads, and lost valleys that seem to go on forever. One of the best things to do in Hà Giang is to hop on a motorbike and explore the area on 2 wheels. The Hà Giang Loop is one of the most famous routes in Vietnam, offering incredible views and a truly unforgettable adventure. Whether you're exploring rice fields, magnificent caves, or cruising through the stunning landscapes, Hà Giang really lets you experience the beauty of northern Vietnam. And the last destination on this list takes us to Umphang in northern Thailand. In my opinion, the district of Umphang is one of the most beautiful areas in Thailand and definitely where you can have some of the most extraordinary experiences in the country. I've been to Umphang 3 times, with the last being in 2024. Umphang has always been and still is one of the most unique and off the beaten path places in Thailand. It takes about 2 days to reach the area from Bangkok, so you won't find many tourists here, and somehow it's still relatively undiscovered. In Umphang you can experience incredible river rafting through lush jungle, spot wild elephants in their natural habitat, enjoy authentic local encounters, take in breathtaking viewpoints, and visit Thailand's largest waterfall, the Thi Lo Su waterfall. If you're looking for authentic, off-the-beaten-path experiences in Thailand, Umphang is a place you won't regret visiting. So, we made it to the end. Those were 10 of the most beautiful places I have visited over the past decade. I'm curious to know, what would your list look like? Let me know in the comment down below. And finally, thank you so much for watching. If you found the video helpful, feel free to share it with friends and family. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel inspiration. Take care and Happy New Year!